is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter for the month of May 2020. Take the energies how it resonates. Gender is reversible. Roles are reversible. If it isn't your story again, don't try to make it fit. Okay, Sagittarius, what do you guys got going on for May 2020? This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus, Spirit. What's going on with Sagittarius? May 2020, I asked for grand messages. Outdated beliefs of yourself. So if you're telling yourself a story, you're not good enough, you know, I can't own a business, whatever it is that you're telling yourself, it's time to make new agreements, okay, to empower yourself on your next season, okay? If you did bad in your last season, you could reconvert the energy into something new. You don't have to hang on to that and carry it with you everywhere you go. A lot of us do that. All that baggage we carry. Not realizing that it just holds us back from everything that we know we should be. Surrender to fear. So if you're telling yourself any fearful stories there, I can't do this, or if I do this, I'm going to fail. Well, it's time you fell forward, right? It's time you fell forward. And surrender to prayer, okay? So right now, a lot of you guys are going through things. You're fearful of the pandemic. You're fearful of maybe a relationship. You're fearful of, gosh, maybe coming out of the quarantine. Maybe we're not ready to even come out the quarantine. For some reason, I got that. Maybe we're actually fearful of going back to work. You know, maybe the quarantine was actually the best thing that actually happened to us. So now we're like, ugh, I'm fearful. Do I still know how to do my job? Do I still know how to perform? I'm getting that for some of you guys. So allow prayer to guide you. Allow spirit to guide you, okay? Fear is not going to ever get away from you. So you just have to learn how to maneuver through fear. And that's just the reality of that. Alrighty, so let's jump right in here. This is for Sagittarius, May 2020, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. See, what do we have for Sagittarius energy? I ask for probable messages, guidance with love, unconditional love. I ask for the divine to come down and give the most probable messages for Aquarius. What do we want, Aquarius, Sagittarius? What do we want Sagittarius to know for the month of May? What messages do we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of May 2020? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sagittarius. What do we have here? Alrighty, so King of Pentacles, it did come out in reverse. So with that being said, things could possibly be moving fast or too fast for you. Like I said, I had an energy where someone's not ready to go back to work. So I really see when you have the King of Pentacles that's upright, he's moving slow. Also, your finances could be in disarray, but for some reason, I'm getting someone's not ready to go back to work. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is for Sagittarius. Alrighty. We have the 9 of Wands, right? We're trying to build up the energy, the courage to go back to work, okay? Again, I feel like some of you, this quarantine was like the best thing that has happened for you. And right now we are fearful of what's going to happen when we go back to work. Again, are we going to be able to get in the groove of things? The quarantine was very much a time of rest period. So now we have to gather our energy up to get back into work mode. And that might be difficult for some of you. we're not ready to transition back into work is what I'm getting. Sun and rising Venus, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius? May 2020. What do we have? What do we have for Sagittarius? May 2020 spirit. Sagittarius. This is a beautiful deck. What do we have for Sagittarius? May 2020. Yeah, so a lot of you guys are looking for that spark, that energy to get back into work here. Yes. So yeah, when you have the Chariot, we're harnessing and we really are trying to go separate ways. We're like, oh, yeah, someone is trying to gather themselves together to get ready to go back to work. They're not ready. Okay, yes, Two of Cups in reverse. So I see here your emotions. We're not sure how we feel about our job right now. It's like we're torn between, I know I have to take care of home. In order to take care of home, I have to work. Yeah, we are really contemplating about harnessing the energy to go back to work. Yeah, we're really thinking. We're really thinking, and we could be thinking and praying. So we could be really thinking about our fears and praying about our fears, right? So we're very fearful of something. Yeah, the devil card. We have a codependency on something. And you have a devil in the start. Okay, you guys got a lot going on. Yeah. Okay. So let me break this down for you guys. Ooh, wee. Someone has a codependency on something here, and I can clarify that in just a moment. Right now, we're not ready to harness the energy. We're still in hermit mode here with this Chariot and the Hermit. We're just not ready. We're like fighting the polarities of us to be a working person. This king also represents like a mom or a dad. Even though it's a king, it represents a mom or dad, a very good homemaker. But it's like the homemaker wants to be a homemaker, but the homemaker doesn't want to go to work. Because quite frankly, there's some emotional detachments from being able to go out there and create stability. We just have some reserves. Again, I feel like it's fear. We've been in a rest state for so long, right? And we just been in this like mode of rest that it's really difficult for us to harness the energies and go forward. Again, I see some codependency here. Maybe we got codependent on being lazy or just codependent on being at home. So we're trying to decide between two things, right? Again, work and home. I'm surprised I didn't see, yeah. Work and home. But again, I see that maybe some of you are thinking about extending like your what is it called? Unemployment. I see some of us are okay, but I'm not making enough money on unemployment, but I also don't want to go back to work. How can I make this work? Okay, because I feel like the codependency came to rest in, like we've been in solitude so much, and then sometimes we just want to stay in that stuck, stagnant energy. So it looks like we're looking for inspiration to get back to work. How do I feel inspired to do what I once loved to do? But I also love at this time, I love being at home, possibly with your family, because the King of Pentacles is actually a family person. Yeah, this is a real hard decision to make. So we're inside our head, and there's a lot of mental conflict about going back to work, Sagittarius. I see a lot of different energies here too. Maybe going back to work, you don't want to deal with some people that's at your job. Maybe you felt like you were a slave to your job. even though your job is what creates your home, we could have felt like we were a slave to our job, right? And maybe we don't want to go back feeling that way. We've been feeling so free with this hangman just in the realm of nothingness, you know, and we've been able to go get wisdom. A Sagittarius is the card of higher knowledge. When you think about the hermit always goes in and gets wisdom, right? So we've been able to go in, get wisdom, but right now we are truly looking for inspiration to get out of this devil energy, this stuck energy, and get back into the groove of things, right? So there's a lot of inner conflict, right? And quite frankly, it looks like we're just going to have to jump back in. With the Fool card, we're going to have to jump back in and get back into touch with what we love. I see that you are going to be able to manifest that. So yes, it's hard, right? Oh yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, but I do see here that we are going to be able to overcome that, and we are going to be able to release that burden and get our spark and passion back. Because once you get your foot in, you step your foot in, you find that little bit of inspiration, and you're like, okay, I could do this. I have the energy to do this. I have the energy to move past this energy. I can do it, you know, and I feel like you're going to get there with prayer. I think things are going to start, you're going to start seeing synchronicities, and you're going to start manifesting through prayer, okay? Now, you are telling yourself some beliefs like, oh, I can't do this. So if you say you can't, then you can't. If you say you can, then you can. So it's really a mental play on your mind, Sagittarius. What is it that you're willing to do when it comes to providing for your family? Because you can't stay in this stuck hermit mode, hoping and wishing and praying for the rest of your life. Yeah, the quarantine isn't gonna last forever. Okay, I know for some of you, we wish it would. Like some of us, we have just the most. How do you say it? The best circumstances have there's so many different perspectives and truths when it comes to the quarantine, right? Some people really would suffer, and quite frankly, some people just aren't suffering at all from this. That's just the reality of it. For you, I feel like we're not really suffering. Like this was a perfect time to be in solitude. But we're going to have to release that detachment. We've been doing too much of something, okay? We've been doing too much of eating, too much of doing nothing, too much of nothing, okay? So we're conflicted. No, I don't want to just stay at home, but I do enjoy not working. Again, I just feel like, yeah, you guys are definitely going to jump back in with that Fool card. Even though you're really conflicted about it, you're going to have to jump back in, because I do believe that you are going to understand that you can't provide for your home under the conditions of just a hope for another stimulus check and unemployment. I don't know, you could pull from your 401k, that could run out. You know, there's a lot of different things that I feel like we're trying to exhaust here, and then we're going to come into reality and say, you know what, let me get back to what I should be doing. I know what is the right thing to do here. Let me not go overboard with this. Let me get my passion back. And I feel like your lover may be helping you with that. Helping you realize that, hey, going back to work isn't the worst thing, right? And then once you get back into work, you start realizing like, oh, this still wasn't as bad as the stories I was telling myself. All this fear-based energy that I had, all this false belief that I had, that was really torturous. Why did I do that to myself? Yeah. So yeah, you guys are, yep, you do have there taking the energy to go ahead and maneuver into the 10 of Pentacles. So the king is definitely going to go after all of his coins. He's going to go after his bag. He's going to realize that, you know what, I'm the homemaker. I need to manifest. I need to be able to accumulate money and get money. I need to work to do that. So I have to put this action here and put this work ethic in to make sure that my home is in balance. thank you, quarantine, for the wonderful rest period. But it's time to get back into harmony and realign my priorities. So through prayer, I see that you guys will be able to maneuver past getting out of that stuck, stagnant, still energy. And quite frankly, I don't really feel like you guys feel completely good about like this energy not doing anything. But because we haven't been doing anything, it's like we created like a mental habit, right, of nothingness. Now we're like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I haven't done this in a while. Because I do sense that we know, like, there's some things that we have been doing that we're not okay with. Be it overeating, maybe over drinking, maybe just overindulging in chewing toilet paper that you were harboring. I don't know. I do see that there's a sense of, I don't want to be at home either and continue to do this. So I definitely have to make the right choice, and you will. You'll make a choice of with your heart. I get a lot of emotional energy here that we want to be bring in a balance of emotional fulfillment, and you guys will be doing that in May here. Let's see for any love messages here. This is for Sagittarius. What love messages do we have for Sagittarius? Spring. Yeah, spring forward. Yeah. Spring available. Ooh, okay. Making yourself available, growing, getting out there. And just, I feel like with these two cards here, that you are going to actually enjoy getting dressed and going out. Like, I feel like it's going to be springtime. You're going to be available. Not for, I don't get the energy like you're going to be available for someone. For some of you, you will. But I feel like you're going to be available for yourself. You know, available to move into your power. Available to empower yourself, right? Heartstorm. It ain't going to be easy. It's not easy, but we know that we need to go out and actually just really, I feel like I'm getting the energy that we're going to enjoy getting dressed. Like, it's going to be hard at first, but yeah, but we're going to enjoy it. But for a small few of you, for some reason, I feel like we're going to be, right after the quarantine, we're going to try dating. And for some reason, I'm getting that, I'm getting like dating isn't gonna be your strong suit, okay? For a small group of you, you are gonna go date after this quarantine. Yeah, you might meet someone that you think is a perfect match, and I'm getting that you're scared. It's like your heart's sweating and beating. Like, why do I feel this way about this energy, you know? Why do I feel, you know, like, I just really feel a feeling of why is my heart sweating? I'm so scared. Your fears may be getting in the way of dating here. And then you see a connection that's overwhelming. Someone's coming off like, oh my gosh, this fresh new energy. You know, this new spark, this new growth, this new passion. And it's going to scare the shit out of you. Yeah, someone's going to be very serious about you. And it's going to scare you. You're not going to know how to feel because someone treating you this way is so unfamiliar. Unfortunately, that's kind of how it works sometimes. It's crazy, right? All right, final messages for Sagittarius. Final messages for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. What do we have for Sagittarius? Final messages for Sagittarius. Spirit, what do we have for Sagittarius? Okay, emotions are running high. Super moon. Yes, your emotions are definitely running high. I've seen a lot of cup cards. that I didn't pull on the table here, but I did see them as I was shuffling. So many emotions when I feel like it has to do with going back to work. Spirit is definitely telling me that the emotions are running high, right? Do I stay home? Okay, well, I know I developed some bad habits and I want to get back into some good habits here. But I also know that, fuck, I don't feel like I'm ready to go back to work either. Like, it's just fear-based. You are ready to go. You're going to take the move. You're going to make the leap into going to work for sure. You're going to have to harness the energy to move forward and get out that stuck devil energy. You're just going to do it. You know that you have to. So, yeah. Typically my readings always end up to be like relationship, but for some reason Spirit was like, this is actually job based. I did see some relationship stuff that I could have read, but I heavily know for sure someone is going through some difficulties with going back to work. They don't want to go back to work at all. Yeah. Yep, but you are going to bring in that balance though. Going back to work is actually going to balance you out quite a bit. And that's what you need, the temperance, you know, not going too hot, too cold. So with being at home all the time, yeah, you became comfortable and you're trying to harness the energy to build up that energy to get back to work. When you get back to work, you realize that now you're actually in balance, right? You can put all that fiery energy to work and then come back and, you know, apply your passions, you know, to your home life. You'll be able to get it right. So that is for you. Peace.